shortly, but New Zealand's Prime Minister has apologised to the family of a British backpacker who was killed in Auckland. Jacinda Ardern said there was an overwhelming sense of hurt and shame that Grace Millane had not been safe during her visit to the country. A 26-year-old man charged with murder has been remanded in custody until next month. Claire Stezaker, who's originally from Southport, writes a blog called Tales of a Backpacker. She says Grace did all the right things and what happened shouldn't put people off travelling.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, my parents, they've seen this story as well, and they do worry every day about what could happen. But the thing to remember is that, unfortunately, this can happen anywhere in the world, even in your own hometown. So I don't think the issue is travelling. It's, the issue of somebody taking someone's life, no matter where they are in the world.
Yeah, but if you are in a strange place with no friends directly in that place, doesn't it make it you're more susceptible to being approached by strangers and talking to strangers, and it's a lovely thing, you should. But amongst those strangers, there are occasional dangerous people.
Yeah, there are occasional dangerous people, but you can't live your life being afraid to live. Women are much more likely to be killed by someone they know than a stranger. And you're right, in a way, being on your own does make you more vulnerable, but equally it makes most people, much more friendly towards you, much more open, much more willing to help you.
I understand that Miss Millane had, in a sense, done the right thing. She was in touch with her family all the time.
Yeah, that's what I understand as well. Just obviously from reading what I've seen in the news, she was in touch with the family, sending them photos, keeping them updated. So, I think they realised fairly quickly that something had gone wrong. And, I mean, that is a good thing to do when you are on your own, tell somebody where you are. Just hope for the best, I guess.
And you do that, do you? I mean, you do Tales of a Backpacker. Are you in constant touch with people at home?
I'm not constantly. I usually check in with my parents. Well, I usually call them once a week. But, we usually are on WhatsApp pretty much every day, to be honest. And also for me, for what I'm posting on social media, people can usually see, that I'm okay and where I am. But I think keeping in touch, or at least letting somebody know where you are, is definitely a good thing to do.
I mean, people, in my view, wrongly, but they say, don't walk down an alley alone, make sure you're not wearing short skirts or low-cut, particularly in certain countries, obviously you can't, or low-cut dresses, that kind of thing. It kind of puts the onus on the woman, and that seems a bit wrong to me.
Yeah, absolutely. The huge issue I have in all cases like this, is that people always look at what the woman was doing. Why was she there? What was she doing? What was she wearing? Has she had an alcoholic drink? And I think people need to focus more on what was the man doing there. Why did he feel the need to murder someone? It has nothing to do with what she was wearing at the time. And that is a huge problem, definitely. We see a lot of victim blaming and shaming. And, these women, they're just living their lives. It's the people that take that away from them that are the problem, not the women.
Have you yourself been in dangerous situations? I don't, obviously, well, not whether your life has been threatened, but in dangerous situations.
To be honest, no. There have been moments, when I've thought, something doesn't feel quite right here. If I'm walking around in a city, no matter where it is in the world, if I suddenly feel like, this street's a bit quiet, I usually turn around and walk the other way. And I've been in situations, where you have more male attention than you would like. But I don't know if it's through luck or what, but no, I've touched wood anyway. No, I've never been in a life-threatening situation or a dangerous situation.
And you've been
I've been travelling on my own for a long time.
But you've been travelling around Latin America, and people are saying, wow, that's a dangerous place. You're now in Europe. Probably they say it's not quite as dangerous. The trouble is you don't know anywhere, do you? It's either dangerous or not dangerous.
Exactly. Yeah, I've travelled about 2 years in Latin America, Mexico, Colombia, places that people would automatically think are dangerous.
Right.
And, Europe, New Zealand. New Zealand is one of the safest places in the world. But unfortunately, these things can happen anywhere.
What's the joy of backpacking? Why do you do it? What is good about it?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think I've always known that I wanted to travel, but just to go somewhere that you want to go and you have the choice and the freedom to do whatever you want to do, it's very empowering. And God, I've had some amazing experiences, climbing mountains and all the people that I've met. I've met some wonderful people, and I would never have done that had I just, stayed at home and done the normal thing. I wouldn't change it for the world.
And it happened, if I'm right, because you lost a job in Manchester. So you thought, well, I'll do what I've always wanted to do. Is that how it happened?
Yeah, exactly. It was just before my 30th birthday, and I was in Manchester. It was raining, and I had no job, and no boyfriend, and no house. So I just thought, you know what? I've got nothing to lose anymore. So, yeah, I moved to Barcelona on a whim, basically, and stayed there for about 3 years. And then I think that gave me the confidence to know that I could travel, I could do it by myself. So, yeah, that's when I decided to go backpacking.
And will you be coming back to Southport at any time?
Probably not. My parents actually moved away now as well, but I can't imagine myself living in the UK anymore. It's just not for me. I mean, maybe, in 20, 30 years that'll change, but at the moment, no, I can't imagine it.
So when you get back to Barcelona, which I presume is your sort of hometown now, what will you do?
Well, I don't really have a home base anymore, to be honest. I am going back to Barcelona this week, actually, to see some friends. And yeah, wherever I am, I just, I catch up with work, obviously with the blog. I go out and see things in the city, and just enjoy living my life, basically.
Lovely woman, Claire Sturzaker, who's originally from Southport, who writes this blog called Tales of a Backpacker. I wonder what you think of what she's up to, and whether or not you've attempted. I must admit, the way she described it, I wish I'd done that when I was younger. I don't think I could. She said, when I said that to her off air, she said, well, you're never too old. But I think not, probably. 0800